Well, welcome to the Wednesday. Boy, oh boy. Let's start off on a good note here. What's up, King? HB, you were second. War. Roos. Ness. Motherfucking Sakazooey. I got you. So Twitch did do some updates. It's some neat little stuff. I'm trying to think where to start here. Because I have some meat I want to cover. But let's give the rest of them a little bit of chance to get here. I know the notifications go out sometimes; they're a little fucked up.
Hello, motherfucker.
Let's take a look. Let's do our normal. Out of the blue, IGG decided to drop a cash event on us. Cool. Gifts from Prima Donna. It's actually not a bad event. So, sort of. And I'll tell you the caveat. Oh, I'm done with Guildfest. So you get to basically the gist of this is there's so many tiers, right? There's 9 tiers, and for to unlock each tier, you need to buy a pack of $5 or more. So, I got the 10th one. Never mind, fucking 10 of them. I clicked claim all, and it told me I had nothing to claim. Anyway, so there's 10 tiers, $5 each. So you can get out of there for $50. Y'all know I ain't getting out of there for $50. You can see I got 300 points. But I picked up shit I needed. And I got some Astrolite chest. It's not terrible. If these didn't stop, like if they didn't cap out here with only 10 purchases, I'd say it's a good event. But because it caps out after 10 purchases, like my only incentive right now, I'd have to spend another $100 to get 20 chests. Or another $200 to get some Astrolite. As tempting as that is, it ain't that tempting. So, or I can spend another $700 and get $100 back. All in all, though, you can win a gold main. That's always gangster. This one right here is huge. And I say it's only 1,000 brushes. It's still 320 epics and 1,000 brushes. Plus, if you're going to 4,000, you might as well go to 8 and get you an iPad and a keyboard. So, I'll tell you, the keyboard, this shit's loud. Alright, I gotta turn that down. The keyboard and the pencil, that's like $100. So just the accessories like $100. Whatever on top of whatever the iPad's worth. And it's not a bullshit iPad either. It's a good one. It's got Wi-Fi, 256. It's a good iPad. So if you're gonna spend $8 grand, it's really not a bad deal. So, I'm not spending $8 grand. I'm not spending $8 grand. So, but this is so. If you gotta look at these events as not standalone. You have to look at these events as if they are just additive to your normal spending. This one had potential if the levels kept going. It would do better. But because the levels stop at 10, I don't see a reason to go ham if you didn't already plan on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, champ rotations are what, 175? So it's a few. But still, like I was saying, I mean, I wouldn't do the event for the event's sake. I would just use the event as an add-on to your already normal purchases. But that's just me. So, y'all see where I stopped. On the nose. I did start looking around at other languages too to see if there's any specials and shit coming out. I didn't see any like diamond deals or anything like that, but funny fact, this Gifts from P. Madonna cash event is basically available to everybody. So, ain't nothing special for us. Not on English. And it is what it is. And I didn't find any other special shit. And the rest of it's all kind of nonsense. Now we have the Royal Rally coming up. That'll be fun. But, yeah. I mean, HB, that's kind of IGG's par for the course, right? Alright, we got Kingdom Labors, whatever. Rally, Baron coming up. Cool. I'm hoping it's a good time. That's going to be this weekend. I got to see what time it's for. And I might stream it. I'll have to see. Because y'all know me. I ain't getting up at the crack of dawn. Not for that shit. Dragon Arena. So Friday will be fun. I always want to say tomorrow. Whenever I see Dragon Arena, I'm like, that's tomorrow. And then I'm retarded. So hopefully we get some action. We'll see. Trouble is brewing. Alright. Most of y'all know this. But just in case you don't. This is the worst way to ever spend energy. Hands down. You'll get enough of this shit. Use your energy for... be smart. If you need anything from the gear, from monsters, of course use your energy on the monsters. Don't use it on this bullshit. Even if you need research speeds, don't use this shit. If you need holy stars, don't use this shit. Especially, and this was the same, I would have said the same shit before they put Astrolite monsters in the game. But after they put Astrolite monsters in the game, I guarantee you, y'all motherfuckers need that shit. So, don't waste your energy on this. It's a scam. They're just trying to get people to lose energy. It's a scam. People will still do it. If you're one of those people, don't be a dick and use a full set of hunt gear and 5 heroes. You can use a full set of hunt gear and 1 hero. Max blast it. Do whatever. And after you hit it for like 10 times, hit a different monster. Reset that shit and go back. Because maybe there's some other dummies that want to hit this thing. And I want y'all to run out of energy. Because eventually dummies will stop hitting it. Never mind. It just don't. I want to think that y'all that come here and watch me are smarter than this. I just had to point it out. So, don't hit it. Tycoon update. I finished my Guild Fest. I didn't think I finished. I thought I had to buy one more. So I was like, fuck it, I'll just do this quest real quick and then get my last one. We're what, two days in? And like 2 or 3 days in Guild Fest, and I'm already done with just shy of $3,000. I did, y'all know me, I do my star quest. I did 2 quests, not stars. One was like spend 200,000 gems. I'm going to buy chaos cores. Those ain't going to waste. And what was the other one? Oh, I did that was my last quest. I did the 265, the random, because why not just throw caution into the wind, right? And lo and behold, I got increase your might by 4 million. That was 5 trainings. So, okay. I did okay. But as a whole, we're not even halfway to the last tier. Keep that in mind. That shit's nuts. We already covered Kingdom Clash last time. Alright, that's all that shit. Alright. Yeah, Roos, all your energy. All your energy. And if you have any gems, let me know. I'll get under your mic and you can just send them to me for giving you such a great idea. Okay. We're gonna go into this light. I intentionally skipped over one thing here. That's not it. Where is it? Oh, it's not on this one. Son of a bitch. I'll start a mini. Okay. Well, I'm going to have to go off my memory because apparently the Steam version doesn't have this yet. It's frustrating. Let me see if I can pull up it on another account because I don't want to fuck this up. I have my little one. But it's along the lines of the third-party programs. Today's going to be a fun day. Alright, I got the little one up. Oh, man. Bear with me. Bear with me. I didn't check to see if it was going to be there. I don't. Why would they have it everywhere like it's supposed to be? All right. So it's not on here. Royal Battleground upgraded measures against third-party programs. And most of y'all probably didn't even look at this shit because most of y'all probably just thought this was the original one that the shit that we've seen here, the increased measures. No. This is different. Dear lords and ladies, the Lords mobile team is cracking down on some recent violations where players use illegal third-party programs in the Royal Battlefield. Our tech team has investigated the issue and detected a number of such accounts. We have also decided to update the penalties for accounts who use illegal third-party programs in the Royal Battlefield. The first offense... Y'all ready? The first offense will result in the account being banned from the Royal Battlefield for 22 days. The second offense for 44 days. And the third offense for 66 days. And so on. Our team will continue to monitor blah, 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 blah. So, you mean to tell me that they're going to ban accounts from entering the Royal Battlefield for 22, 44, and 66 days? Well, let me take you on a trip. Welcome to the world of calendars. I hope y'all can see this. I don't know why it's fucking bright as shit. Well, fuck. It's not bright to me. I don't know. Hopefully it's not too bright for y'all. Alright. Purple is imp. I gotta see it. There. So we have January. Imp is on January 22nd. What's 22 days later? That would be like the next month, right? If I'm not crazy. 22 days, that's not even a month. That's like 3 weeks and a day. Okay? Let's take a look. 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. No, nope, they're not going to miss that one. So what's the next one? 44? So that's like a month and 2 weeks. Yeah. Yeah. So you're right, HP. I want to point out that Imp is every 45 days. So that means that they have decided to update their penalties for accounts, where the first offense of 22 days and the second offense of 44 days mean fucking nothing. Man. They've been... I know I went off on this last time, right? How long has LH been doing this shit? Like, seriously. As long as I can remember, they've been cheating. So now now they're going to get a slap on the wrist for the first 2 offenses. Is that from now moving forward? Or are we going to get some retroactive shit? I would imagine. But here's the other problem. They've detected accounts that were using third-party programs. Fillers. Rain bots. Carpet bots. Boot bots. Here's the problem. It does nothing to address the core of the issue, and that is the main account who is purchasing these things. They can ban those little fucking accounts all they want. Nobody cares. Those accounts can't go to Baron for 22 days or 44 days. Who gives a fuck? You make it to where the account that's actually benefiting from it can't go. Instead of 22 days, how about you make it 22 imps? You get caught doing some cheating, you can't fucking play imp for 2 years. How about that? Just saying, if they want to make it an actual like punishment, do some math. I pull up a calendar. IGG can't. Their devs can't. But I'm gonna say it's all huff and puff. They will do nothing. If accounts get banned, it's only going to be the fucking little bitty fuckers. And have nothing done to the people that are bringing those fuckers. Which is infuriating. So... Now, by the way, not all imps go back to back, so IGG... Yeah. Yeah. They're going to ban... Let's say they ban Biggie. The next push ain't Biggie. Like, it's just, it's so stupid. It's so stupid. They have to do something more. They have to. That does nothing. That incentivizes nobody. That is talking with a big horn and having like a little chihuahua behind it. That's some bullshit. And if it was 22 days not playing the game, that would be some shit. If they got banned from the game for 22 days, think of this. The longest shield you have is 14 days. If you got banned, if your account got banned for 22 days, we coming for that ass. Just saying. I'll fill that fucking prison and go broke on RSS to zero Biggie just to say I did. She can get banned for 20. Oh man, that would make my. That would be. I would have to call my doctor because my shit would not. I would be so hard. It would definitely last more than 4 hours. So I would have to call a physician. 30 billion might. We'll find out if the sanctuary has a cap. I will go broke shoving it down deep in there. 22 days. That would be the nuts. But we know it ain't because they specifically said they can't go to the royal battlefield for 22 days. Whatever. Ugh.
My money
Gosh.
doesn't jiggle, jiggle. It folds. I like to see
Yeah, I have a
wiggle,
question.
wiggle. For sure. It makes me want to dribble, dribble. You know, riding in my Fiat. You really have to see it.
I changed some of the settings. Are y'all highlighted on your end? Like, does it look different for y'all for subscribers and for VIPs and stuff like that? I don't know if it's just on my side or if it shows for y'all too. I'll have to, because I haven't looked at other streams on Twitch lately, which is kind of weird. Let's see, starting line should be 6 months and so on, I think. I'm with you. If they're not going to hand out real bans, if they're going to just ban them from playing that aspect, then it needs to be longer. It needs to be longer. So, but again, the leads rotate. It's not always their turn. So if they get banned for 6 months, whatever, it wasn't going to be their turn anyway. I don't know. More power to them for trying, I guess, at least acknowledging. The fact that they said they noticed something, I don't believe that. Because I don't believe they care. The only reason I think that they realized something was up is because nobody was fucking there. Normally, they're like, a whole shit ton of troops are dead. They ain't dead now. What happened? Oh, only 10 guilds showed up to the biggest event we have. Yeah. I always forget to do that. So, now, I gotta minimize this for a second. Now the fun part. And I was gonna open the stream with this, but I didn't want anybody to miss it. Okay. Hello, everyone. In this post, I would like to talk about bots in Lords Mobile. It's very sad to say this, but bots have literally taken over our game. Nowadays, there are huge amounts of different kinds of bots. Shield bots, farm bots, rain bots, solo bots. And bots keep getting better due to the high demand for them in the market. For example, Shield bot no longer... Bear with me. Sometimes it's hurt my brain. Shield bot not only can track your location, but also see your war set, check your activity, know the time when you sleep, show your quest might. A year ago, there were not too many families who were using this. Let me get through this. But now it is hard to find a kingdom where nobody used such kind of bot. My trap account is getting rallied more often than before by different guilds from different families. Without this bot, you can't zero anyone in your kingdom because other guys who have this bot will do it faster and steal all the good targets. That is the main reason why most big guilds get this shield bot. The same thing is with rain bots. It gives big advantage on the battlefield and the person pushing often buys it to have more chances to win. If your enemy has this bot, you have to get the same to compete or you'll just lose money. This game costs a lot of money, and rich guys will do everything to win. Who's to blame for all this shit? Most of the players blame only bot users and cheaters who were revealed. But every day there are more and more. And we can't do anything with this. The only one who can stop this is IGG. But as you see, they do nothing. And some bots are working for years. They don't ban big spenders who use bots because they donated a lot of money in this game. The only accounts who get banned are small RSS accounts on farm bots. The worst thing that IGG did with bot users is a ban for a couple of days like they did with that guy. 3 days after, 3 days after he continued playing this game as normal. This is not fair. I'm going to come back to this, but to solve this problem, to solve the problem this way, IGG have to ban thousands of bot users. Some people think that if IGG block a few big accounts, everyone will stop using bots. But this is a misconception. This way will not work. Someone also thinks that a strike will help. For example, if a guild or family issues an ultimatum to IGG, either they block the bots or we're out of the game, this will not work as well. We have such examples. Erju and Dufu announced a strike and it ended with their leaving the game. IGG didn't change anything which could stop the bots. Game code in Lords Mobile is open. Every programmer can get access to it and make a game-breaking bot. I am finishing a state university this year as a programmer, and I know how it works. Here's where it gets fucking juicy. In this game, the only bot we use is ShieldBot to compete with enemies in Kingdom. They use the same one. Rainbots are not connected with my gameplay. Pushing Guy buys it, and I am just a pilot on a rally leader account. For now, every big family has Rainbots. KW, Myth, LH, M44, MMP. We can't blame them because, as I already said, without Rainbots, you can't compete against Rainbots. By the way, having a solo bot, I never used it on any battles. That bot exists in-game around 4 years. Solo bot is the one which makes actions in-game without animation, sending troops, healing, speeding, changing gear, etc. That's why I never play on solo Emperor Wars yeah. You can't play manually better than solo bot. But I'm trying to show that even without bots, you can play good. I'm also showing you a good alternative. Macro and Nox, which is not a bot. Just a clicker binded to a keyboard. In last video, I showed you again how this works. But I never used it on Barons. Every Baron I record, you see my gameplay without clickers and bots. Also, a few words I want to tell you about this other guild, the Cheater Guild, and why he played KVK there. My friend, blah, 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 and I'm going to talk about a bunch of shit that is a bunch of lies. Okay. Let's unpack this.
Bruh.
Let's unpack this, because I gotta say, this was a great read. Great read. there's some points that he makes. If y'all are unaware, this is straight from Oleg. Right. Put it in context. And I'm going to put some things in perspective, right? Are IGG mainly banning just RSS bots? Yep. Yep. Where was it? Oh, his trap account's getting rallied more often. Fucking great, man. More power to you. So now we know that the shield bots actually help traps. Good. Good. But without this bot, you can't zero anyone in your kingdom because other people have it. Cry me a fucking river that the way you've been cheating, other people use. And now it's cutting into your kills because you used to be the only kid cheating. Same thing with rain bots. Gives a big advantage on a battlefield, and the pushing person often buys it. Your fucking pushing person often buys it. How many other guilds are using rain bots every goddamn event? Oh, wait. Oh, none? Okay. Let's go to the next part. Who's the blame? No, that's the third part. I'm fucking retarded. He wants to put some people's, like, some guilds out there, right? KW, Myth. If he wants to put out LH and M44, take this exactly for what it is. Right here, he's saying, push you guys and buy it. For now, every big family has rain bots. And I'm going to go ahead and snip out all the other parts and just say LH and M44. So right there, he just admitted that they fucking use bots. Okay. That's a nugget. That's a nugget of info. We're not done. Because they can't compete without them. We can't blame them because I already said you can't beat rain bots if you don't have rain bots. We don't fucking have rain bots. So you're saying you can't compete without them? I'm glad you admitted it. We are covering a post from Oleg, the pilot for LH, who was streaming himself using bots, and then made this post flaming bots. So, let's continue. The bot exists in game around 4 years. So he didn't have a problem with it for 4 years. What he has a problem with is now it's accessible to more people, and it's not just his. Now it's a problem. Think about this. So he's been knowing about it for 4 years. He explains how the solo bot works, doing actions in game without animations, and he lists the actions. To me, that sounds like a seasoned professional with the program, somebody that knows the ins and outs and how to use it. But he's a good dude. He wouldn't use this for, events where you use this. He's going to use a solo bot for hitting a castle? Come on, motherfucker. You get a solo bot to do the events. You're going to try and tell me you don't do it, and you've had it for 4 years? I'm going to put to y'all like this. If y'all got a fun toy for Christmas, you'd think you'd kind of like tinker with it a little bit to see how it worked and never play with it? Okay. I didn't think so. I'm going to put it like this. I don't want to just kind of tear it all apart, but it's... Fuck it. Here we go. You can't play manually better than a bot. Absolutely, because when I play, I gotta wait for the screen to change. There's a pause. It might not seem like much, but there's a pause. And if y'all remember, like, big events and shit, there's lag. And my phone, I got a S21 Ultra. Last year's best fucking phone. And my shit would get hot. And I would have to restart it. His suggestion, which he's shown on his channel, was to use Nox and macros. Play this fucking game on Nox and try to use macros. Try to just play the game. See how well that works. Try to do it when the game's lagging like shit because Nox runs poo-poo and the way the game's coded, it's shit and it keeps compiling information, and that's why you get the like on Steam, I have to close and reopen. Thankfully, that actually fixes it when you got the walks and all that. Nox ain't that. And if you're pushing, you're not going to be able to just close your fucking game and restart it because you need to be in the game. So, macroing through Nox or any of them, LD, all of BlueStack, whatever, ain't going to do it. Ain't going to do it. But that's what he suggests. Yeah, while he's using the fucking solo bot, he suggests you macro it and give him a try. But every Baron, he records his gameplay without clickers and bots. I'm gonna tie this to the other part where he talks about how the game code is open. It's not. I know this shit, and is there a way to get into it? Yeah. Is the game code open? Fuck no. It's compiled code. If he is a programmer getting ready to graduate, I hope he goes back to school and figures out that compiled code is not open. But being that he wants to say he's a programmer or in school for programming, and he wants to say, it just drives me. It really just drives me. And he wants to say that he records it, so you can't think that he's using it, right? I'm gonna put it like this. Many cheats are overlays, which don't show up on your stream. So if he records himself clicking shit, cool. I don't believe for a fucking minute that he's been a stand-up dude for 4 years knowing about this and not using it in events to fucking cheat. So, but I am glad that apparently he watches this channel because the references that were made about suggesting the banning of accounts that spend a lot of fucking money. Well, that's not going to work. But you didn't say why it ain't going to work. You just said it ain't going to work. You got to come with receipts, motherfucker. Don't just say, oh, I'm going to claim some shit without some receipts. And then you say, a strike wouldn't work. Which, if y'all remember from watching this, watching me, that was literally the same video where we had this long conversation, right? Like, we were just bullshitting about what they can do to fix it. Banning accounts. Basically, these two things, right? So, but that ain't going to work either. But again, he doesn't say why. A strike doesn't work, a ban doesn't work. So I'm glad you pointed out the 2 points that I made without making a rebuttal. Got to work on that critical thinking if you're going to graduate college, man. Got to work on critical thinking. Just going to put it like that. Now, he tries to, and let's play psychology a little bit here. He tries to reason the use of their use of bots. Their use of bots is because everybody else is using them. Really? Everybody else started using rain bots? I haven't seen it. Has everybody else started using shield bots? A lot of motherfuckers have. A lot. Am I gonna lose sleep because it's cutting into his fucking kills or their kills? Not a wink. Not a wink. I think that they need to learn how to use their bot better, because we just keep horse fucking them all day, every day. Maybe if their solo bots would shield them. Oh, look. Doe got hit. That's not new. No offense to Doe. They get hit. So, but somebody in our world chat today was bringing up some shit about, it's always the LH fallback. Well, what about Baron and Imp? Well, you just admitted for the last 4 years you've been fucking cheating. So, what about Baron and Imp? So, I'm just going to say the fact that he went on and on about people using bots. I'll tell you right now, if you ask 90% of the people that use bots, and I mean all of them, not just the rain bots, or not just rain bots, not just shield bots, not just, if you ask anybody who uses bots, why? Why did they start? And I guarantee 90% it's because we see LH using them. We got to keep up. So I guess we're at the chicken and the egg, conundrum. What came first, LH or the bots? I vaguely remember when LH wasn't a thing. When do you think they became a thing? Was it about 4 years ago? Maybe a little bit before? I'm going to venture to say, call me crazy, right? I'm going to venture to say they got their hands on a decent account. They got somebody that was willing to spend a royal fuck ton of money, paid for the bots, and won some imps because they cheated. And now they're crying because more people have access to it. Eat a dick. That's all I gotta say about that. Sky Family had access to Shield Drop Bot. Again, that one is kind of like gray area for me. It is what it is, right? Because it'll tell you if the shield drops. It don't mean it's a good target. His trap gets rallied more now than ever. So I don't necessarily say it's that great. You still have to have wisdom. We'll put it that way. LH does not have that. They are stone cold retarded. I even joked about this in our chat earlier. LH descends with these fat accounts, Biggie and Maddie and all that stuff. They show up into a kingdom, and they are so used to everybody just bubbling, running and hiding. But whenever the bully gets punched in the mouth, they start to take notice. We have been punching LH in the mouth. And then they were like, and then it's always, well, what about Baron? What about Imp? Man, what about all you motherfuckers we burned? What about them? Keep a list. How much might do I lose in Baron that I don't get points for? Same as Imp. How much points did your guy that we zero get? So, you can take that Baron and Imp bullshit and go somewhere with that. Yeah. I have so much shit going on in my head. I'm trying to put these thoughts together, and like these accounts fall and they do nothing. We won everything in WoW, and then here that's where I was getting to. So we go from Baron and Imps. Well, what about Baron and Imps? And then it's, oh, y'all always run. I'm gonna address that real quick. If you go to the buffet, or let me rephrase, if the buffet comes to you and it's full of juicy meat, oh, delicious, and it's entertaining, you got the little pickles and shit dancing for you, it's a good time. But after so long, the meat don't taste that good. It's the same meat, but it loses its luster because the meat is cheap and easy. I'm not going there. So, you move on. Absence makes the heart grow fonder. Unfortunate for LH, they have lead boots. There's a whole fuck ton of them, and a lot of them can't move that often. Okay. Our guilds, our family, we're not that. So we have the option to go see that other girl down at the end of the bar. See what she's got. So whenever people think we're running, I'll put it like this. If you take a sock and it gets all crusty, eventually you gotta wash the sock. But while that sock's being washed, you go find something else. LH is our crusty sock. I want you to think about that. They land, the people in the kingdom get nervous. I get half cocked because I'm ready. I wish I'm just happy to be scouted. I'll let you see under the hood. Just, you don't hit me. You're wasting 2,000 gold. Or 4,000, whatever. I don't know what it is. Whatever. They hit Tashi. Tashi let them counter. And they still thought he was online. Last night, Tashi was gone. Nowhere to be found. They got a rally on him. We couldn't get in touch with him. It did 4.3. He got countered. They thought he was online. Because they're fucking dumb. I understand smaller guilds and stuff like that, smaller players, they get nervous because these big accounts come in and they got a lot of rallies that they can do at once. And a lot of the troops now you're going to get 80% of your fucking troops back. So why get nervous? Get burned? It is what it is. But if more people would fight back instead of just kowtowing in a corner. Let me say, look at Imp. Sure, they have a lot of rallies. But if the community wants to fight back against that, maybe work together. Maybe make some alliances. This is where alliances are born. These are also where alliances go to die. And snakes, y'all know the backstory. I don't need to go on in that. So, but make it a social, but like, instead of just saying, fuck it, I ain't going, well, it's happening anyway. They're going to get another piece of gear because their computer won, and some douchebag's going to be on there. Well, I streamed it. I'm not using bots, but watch all these Zoomers. Oh, that's because the other guy whose account I'm running is paying for them. Work that fucking logic in your head. You are using somebody else's shit who's paying for fucking computers to help you. And you think you're doing something. What? Huh? yeah. You're doing something, all right. You're doing something like that. What was it? What was the dog's name? It was the Russian dog that they sent to space to see if, I mean, he died, right? He froze to death. Or the monkeys that we sent up there. That's what he is. He's like the dog or the monkey. We can train anybody to do that shit. You just click a button. I could probably train Shasha. I put a treat on the button and she can send troops. All we gotta do is hope the rain bots get in there fast enough. Moron. So, 40% T5 when the rallies aren't sponsored. If that. That's the other thing. I've looked at some of their reports. They got people that are sending 40, 60, and some that are sending 100% T4. These motherfuckers are living in 2 years ago. At least. They don't know how to send T5 when it's not sponsored. So, Nick, I looked, because that's been a common thing, right? With the thought, and when I first started playing this game, I used to hear the same stuff about Chinese players getting packs for cheap. I haven't found it. And if anybody's good with the Google Foo, I got VPNs, proxy. I mean, I haven't found it. So, but I haven't stopped trying. Speaking of, though, I do have the line group made. If y'all want to join the line group, I want y'all to have this way. God damn it. I gotta accept my own fucking rules before. If y'all send me a message, I will add you to this group. This group's sole purpose, only purpose, is for sharing events. What language, if they need a VPN, if it's a cash event in Germany with German language, if it's a diamond, just German language, you know what I'm saying? Just something like that. Just as a hub for information. Because together, we grow stronger, and eventually, we can punch the bully in the face enough to where maybe the next guy wants to punch a bully in the face. And the next guy wants to punch a bully in the face, and then we don't have so many bullies. So, if you don't have me online, you look up my line ID, add me online, send me a thing saying deals or something like that. Put deals in a message, and I'll add you to Beans Deals. But I started looking at other languages today, and I didn't see anything going on. I didn't jump around with VPNs yet. I've been busy. I'm still working on the artifact list. I have the data made, but now I have the problem where I need to be able to query the data. So, and I think I'm gonna end up having to redo the data, which I don't want to, but I gotta build I actually have to build a database. So, it's not that easy. But hopefully I can get through with that. I started frying my brain today, and I was just right after lunch, I was just like, I gotta stop. So, But a couple of guys with blue Monster Hunt gear, man. I've seen their leads with Boommeister. Like, if this is your lead, you're doing it wrong. I don't care what gear you're wearing, you're doing it wrong. I've seen their leads with Chaos Dragon. Are you kidding me? But the fun part, my line ID, I typed it in there. It's Lordy Lords, DALION LORDS. So I got you, Stumpy. I got a couple of y'all. And look, the more people we have in here, the easier it's going to be for all of us. Because I don't want all y'all to just join and just wait. You know what I'm saying? Like, I check it every once in a while, but maybe if y'all check it too. If y'all check it too, I can't check every language every day. I just can't. Especially not with a VPN, because it takes a minute. So if we all help, we work smarter if we work together. So, but yeah, these, I just can't. I can't get over. I can't get over that it says, the reason I even bring this up, all the OLEG shit and bots and all that stuff, right? The reason I bring it up is because of that post that IGG made about increasing penalties and stuff like that. I half-assed want to like contact support and use his post as, he basically admitted that they've been using these bots for 4 years. Do you see? This is the guy that pilots other accounts, which is against the terms of service as well, does it on stream, so you got video proof, and admits to using bots for 4 years. It's mind-blowing how fucking retarded people are. But it's even more mind-blowing that nothing's gonna get done. Yeah. So, as you can see, I have not upgraded anything yet because I was working on the spreadsheet. This is kind of my motivation to work on the spreadsheet too, because I don't want to use the information I have without being able to also give it to y'all. So I want to be able to have a finished product, cover it, distribute it to y'all, and have this public. So we'll get there. I got 9100. We'll save that for Monday. That's not too much. Yeah, and Jack, that's why I said if they don't want to ban accounts, then a dip in their budget would get attention. But apparently that ain't gonna work either. We don't know why, because he ain't giving no fucking reason. But it just ain't gonna work. It just ain't. Because I said so. Because I said so. Anyway. How about a jamble? How about a jamble? Also, I think we need to figure out what we're going to do here. So, now you see I've gotten one at 7. We need to decide, because we talked about this a long time ago, but we need to decide, do I do one at a time all the way up? Or do I do 111, 222, 3, you know what I'm saying? So, I'm going to, before we do the thing, I'm going to do a poll. We're going to do a poll, because I'm curious what y'all think. How to do accessories. And I don't think that's how it's spelled, but whatever. 1 at a time. All 3 at once. Alright. So I'm going to have this up for a minute. I'm curious. I really am curious, because I know how I think I would do it one at a time. Just to kind of have like the up and down of how much it costs? Or do you want to have the satisfaction of doing all 3 12s at once? The end. I can make a case either way. But the reason I think one at a time is because it gets exponentially harder as it goes, right? But then you kind of reboot and get the drop back down once you get 1 to 12. So it's like breathing room, right? So wait, so IGG has to know that accounts are getting sold. They can say that it's not like it's against the rules and all that shit. Accounts couldn't get sold all 3 at once. Okay. I did not think y'all were going to go that way. Okay. Well, anyway, back to the thing. So IGG, if they stopped relinking, it wouldn't get rid of the market, but it would make it a lot more difficult. Because, like my account's linked to my Facebook and my email. And that means if I was to sell my account, I would have to sell my email and my Facebook. I don't think that's I don't think I'd be doing that. You know what I'm saying? But if I put it on some fucking random ass email, I'm just making money. Well, I'm recouping money. So, and the new owners, always, so you can, if you could see the back end, people just spend less when they're not having as much fun. And when people are not having as much fun, they sell. So as an account starts to get below a certain threshold of spending, there's a way to quantify whether or not they're in the sell zone. You know what I'm saying? And then all of a sudden, somebody new gets the account, and then the spending goes way back up because whoever it is excited as fuck that they got this account, and now they just want to. It's like, you ever get a new car? Think about it. When you got a new car, I bet you washed it like every week. Maybe even for the first year. You washed it every week. You kept that car spotless, looking good. Every time you went out, that shit was shiny. But after a couple years, you don't wash it every week. Every once in a while, you take it to the car wash. And here and there, you'll actually do a deep clean. But it ain't no every week. And eventually, you either sell that car, trade it in, or just get a new car. Same thing. Who is the wealthiest SSQ member? There's probably 2, maybe 3 people in SSQ I actually know what they do for work. We don't really talk about that. We're here to play a game, so I don't ask people how they afford such things. I give props for affording it. Do you? I don't need to know the ins and outs. If put it this way, I'll take the plausible deniability. If you had to sell some kidneys, not your own, to get a full set of Champ, I don't want to know. I just don't. So, I want to let new Asher Monsters can open Asher. What? Scander? English, motherfucker. I want to let now Astra Monster can open Astra deal. I don't understand what the hell you're asking. Something about monsters and deals. So, reword that. My brain's already kind of fucked up from Oleg shit. So, Ari, it was kind of a strange question, but hey, It's an open floor, man. I'm not going to say there was no dumb questions. There's going to be some dumb questions. I'm not saying that question was dumb. It's just out of the norm. But if you ask me, like, what is the best formation to sleep in? You should already know. You have to know. It's the only formation to ever go to sleep in. Deep sleep. Phone off. I mean, like, off. Not on silent. Off. You don't want to be woken up. You're safe. So, IGG supports to break the own terms. Yeah. Their own terms, they aid in a bed. Because, and we talked about this last week, or maybe even last stream. It's the same thing as like the American justice system. There's 2 tiers. Those are the rules for you and me. It's not the rules for them. As much as I've put in my fucking account, they couldn't care less what I have to say. So, not about this. Apparently they listen to me about what to do for updates, though. I'm just saying. So, years ago there was a wonder drama between Chinese Titans. They all bubbled and stopped spending until IGG reset base shield. Was KW10. All the big boys bubbled and stopped purchasing. No shit. I'll have to look. I'm sure there's got to be some info around then. I'll have to start asking around because I'm what you would call new money. I'm not I haven't been a Titan for long, so I don't know all those stories, but it's interesting, and I'd love to know why. So, I only spend when I get tips at work. Money in, money out. It's 1 p.m. You blame me. 1 a.m. It's 1 p.m. 1 p.m. You should be wide awake. You should be wide awake and easy to type. If you want to get Astra Deal, you can use Astra Monster. Oh, no shit. So if I hit the monster, I can get the Astrolite deal to pop for this? Oh, you mean if I use the Astrolite from the monster on the equipment, it'll pop the regular one. I got it. I didn't know that. That's cool. Because I only did it twice, right? So, let's see. Threshold 7 figures. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. Because I think I tried to do the math. For where I'm at now with all gear and Astrolite and artifacts and just everything, from having done it since level 1, I think I'm real close to 6 figures. Real close, if not over yet. I know I can see it in the shop, but that only, when we talk about that, it only shows you if it was like full price, and only suckers pay full price. That's why we got groups. That's why I want to take advantage of as many as we can, because I mean, y'all see this event's been going 2 days. I spent $300, but the reason it doesn't hurt as much is because last week, Friday, I want to say, they had the Diamond Special in like 5 different languages. So I don't really spend that much, but when diamonds go up for 50%, and there's 5 of them, I can drop 500 because I get another 250 on top. You see? So you can spend smart. Now, if you got everyday stuff you need to buy, it's kind of difficult. But if you can put a little nut aside and just do the bare spending, but leave that nut aside for when the diamond specials happen, then you drop it, and then all of a sudden you can just live off of the diamonds you have instead of making quote-unquote daily purchases, right? So You just have to be. You have to have self-control. It's the same reason. The reason they give you diamonds is the same reason a casino gives you chips. Because if you were putting cash out there at the casino, your brain is going to see that cash going out. But if you're just flipping black chips, it's just a piece of plastic or clay or whatever. It's not $100. It's just plastic chips. The reason they sell you diamonds is because they want you to spend it more. It's easier to spend. It's a lot easier to go crazy. You have to have self-control. Don't go crazy buying nonsense. Go crazy buying diamonds at a discount, not packs. So, Jack, you were in that kingdom. Maintenance stopped Wonder War. They were fighting a good fight. Because you gotta, alright, so those Wonder Fights used to, they had some that just went on for a week longer. Like, people were fighting in ships. I was a part of some of those. Like, before they changed the timers, the fights could literally just go on and never, like, indefinitely. They can still do that now. Like, the fights can still go indefinitely until somebody runs out of fucking troops. If we ever had a long fight like that, I guarantee, at least from SSQ SQ1 point of view, how do I put it? We'll zero ourselves. But we'll still have so much more T5. I think we'd still win. Because, yeah, you got Maddie, who's 30 billion. You know what she's going to do solo? Fuck nothing. 5 simp, 4 simp solos into a rally, bring it. Because all the rest of the fillers are going to be sending nothing but T4. You're going to have a 40% tops T5 count. Good luck. If you have a 40% T5 count and you want to fight SSQ, you on that shit. I'm just going to put it like that. It ain't going to happen. So, alright. What did Roos say? Bren Chong was a man of integrity. He stood for everyone and spoke to IGG. That's not entirely accurate. There's a video. Oh man, I can't remember where I saw it. It was what happened to Brent Chong. Look it up. Look it up. I guarantee that what he was doing, and I just from the business side of it, right? What he was doing was spending a bunch of money in this game. His intention for spending a bunch of money in this game was, no, hold on. I'm not even going to go that route. His intention for this was to pioneer a new way of advertising. Because he was getting into esports and stuff like that. He was doing all kind of other weird stuff that was kind of like out of the norm to get attention. And I guarantee, it's speculation, but that the money that he was putting in was some kind of write-off. I don't know how the taxes and stuff work over there, but I guarantee that there was a way to get reimbursed for that as a business expense. Because technically that would be like your advertising budget. So, which, if it would have worked, everybody would have called him a genius. It didn't, which is why he's in the state that he's in. But that's just my speculation. I didn't see the stuff about, and y'all are saying drug smuggler and drug dealer. I overheard some stuff about a shipping container. I don't know how true that is. You know, the game of telephone, man. You start with the color's brown and you end up with the fucking birds of pizza. And it just goes through so many different people. It changes a little bit. and you don't know what the real story is. So I just look at it like, what's more reasonable? The guy was a businessman. He made him, he did well. He was in a couple businesses, and he was trying to be a pioneer in different ways and get attention for being unique. And I just think it might have been one of his ideas. It's not necessarily a bad idea if it worked. But it didn't. So, but, often diamonds count for cash events too. Yeah, diamonds, purchasing the diamonds. Well, sometimes you got to watch the wording, but just making the purchase of diamonds will sometimes count towards cash events. So think about that. If this cash event, if I wanted to max it out, I could buy $8,000 worth of diamonds if it worked. If I got $8,000 worth of diamonds, I still have $8,000 worth of diamonds and a fucking iPad. So I didn't really lose money. My money's just in a different form of currency that you can't get refunded. But that'll be something else we'll have to test. Like if we see an event or something like that, maybe do like a $5 diamond purchase and see if that $5 counts towards the event. And that'll be another really good time to share. So let's see. I don't know how true it is. How are you gonna be the son of a billionaire and get busted for 20 million? People try to make their you gotta make your own way, and you gotta, when your daddy or your family or whatever is wealthy. I wish I had that problem, but if you come from a family that has wealth, you need to, different personalities need to prove themselves like worthy of inheriting the money, which is kind of a joke because normally in the process of proving oneself, it's by getting a handout from their parents. Not to get too political, but Donald Trump. Donald Trump's dad made money. Not going too deep into that, but his dad was a piece of shit too. And Donald got some seed money from his father of $200 million. I could probably be successful if I got $200 million just given to me. Probably find something to do with it. Probably make some money. But I'm not going to go too deep into that because that's a rabbit hole and a half, and we ain't got time for all that. We'll have to have a discussion about that one day. It definitely, I don't think it was all Daddy's money. The businesses he had or he was getting weren't failing. So look into some of the stuff, like his history. It's not, he wasn't like down and out. He wasn't the, the DeLorean. They had the story on Netflix about the guy that came up with the DeLorean. Great story. But the way that the federal government caught him is because he was fucking broke. He put his heart and soul into his company and he needed more money to keep the company afloat. And the government set him up to use a little, $30,000 or something like that to buy drugs. And that way they could flip the drugs. He wouldn't have to do anything other than supply the money, but then they would flip the drugs and he would get more money in return. Well, he needed money for his company. He had good intentions. He was down. And when people have vision, when you have a goal in life and you have this drive and determination, to see it slipping away, you'll almost do anything to get it back or to hold on. So, and can you blame them? Because honestly, when it comes down to it, if you're something you're truly passionate about, do you think you'd ever be able to live with yourself if you couldn't say, I tried everything. I couldn't. But I also know when to hold them, when to fold them. I ain't trying to sell kilos of coke, but I also ain't trying to start my own business. Yeah, so. We're still talking about it, so it worked a bit. We're talking about Bryn. Bong bong. The past dictator's son came into power, so can't really trust what we hear from the Philippines as face value. Wait. So from the Philippines, is Duterte not the main dude anymore? Wasn't he like the president or some shit? Or is it still Duterte? Bryn Bong. Bing bong! I wonder how many of the top spenders are self-made. It depends on what you mean by self-made. Like in real life, getting money, I don't ever want to say that there's a limit to what you can do, but in a grand scheme of things, there is a limit to what you can do without the help of others. So I don't necessarily like the title or the description of self-made, because somewhere along that way, somebody helped. So it might not have been money. It might have been an idea or something. Something helped. So, but I mean, I ain't hating. Do you? The only time I hate is like if you got a fuck ton of money and you do everything you can to shit on other people that don't have a fuck ton of money. So my dream is OnlyFans model. Yeah. I'm gonna be a self-made man on OnlyFans. He's just reading like this. What the fuck is my chat? Hey, y'all. I like having this interaction. I like seeing where these conversations go. And yeah, Bill Gates got, and I guarantee he had help not only by taking other people's shit, but I guarantee he had more help than that. Like, he's not, it's fucking, what is it, Elon Musk? Elon Musk bought Tesla. He didn't invent that shit. He didn't invent PayPal. He was an investor. Guess where he got his money from? His parents, who made their money during the apartheid in Africa. I'm telling you, man, if you want to take a look, we can look at all kind of millionaires, and I guarantee every single millionaire has a skeleton in their closet. It's you can live comfortably, or you can make a fuck ton of money if you give up your moral code. Some of us live by a better code. So, Amaroth makes millions a month by, man, look, I'm telling y'all, if this don't work out, this microphone, I'm getting one of those foam ears to put over it. I'm gonna play like Call of Duty. But while I'm playing Call of Duty, I'm not gonna have it on the screen or nothing. You're just gonna see my face. And I'm just gonna lick the fucking microphone while I'm playing Call of Duty. And hopefully I get some shit. So, yeah, you're not gonna be a billionaire without being a piece of shit. I agree. So, alright. So, y'all voted that we're gonna do all of them at once. 46. Alright, we got a long ways to go. But you can't move a mountain without first moving the first pebble. Or something like that. I don't know how that phrase goes, but you know, you get the gist. You get the gist. I already saw the results. God damn it. Alright, we're gonna do a jamble. I know we have 48 of those chests. That's pretty good. Because I had the Astrolite special today, and I got the shit from the cash event. I think. Oh, I do have something else. I got 2,300 fortune chest. Y'all ready to see me catch it in the butt again? God damn. I think that's it though. So we got fortune chest. All right, let's start with the fortunes. Where is it? I'll set that there. So we have 2,300 on the nose. So that's not that's a little bit more than 2 rounds, right? Something like, yeah, it's a little bit more than 2 rounds. So after the hard dicking we took last time, do we think it's going to get better? I have 656,810. If it's 2 rounds would be 1,000,000 average, right? So that would be 1,000,000, 1.65. I think after the hard dicking we took, they have to do better. We're gonna get a little bit more specific. Get your points ready. I want to know, do I end up with 1.72 million stars when it's all said and done? So I want to get 1,075,000. I told y'all they owe me a little bit, and that little bit is going to be 17,000 or 75,000. Nick, I hope, and Roos, I know you would subscribe. Oh, fuck, speaking of subscribing, I have to look at that again. I was supposed to look at YouTube split to see. I'll have to see how that works. But the only thing I know that the drawback is for YouTube is they don't do the Prime subs. So if any of y'all, only beans, haha. If any of y'all have are Prime subbed here, I hate to like be that guy, but I gotta remind y'all because I have Prime subs and I sub to different people all the time, and Prime sub doesn't renew. You have to renew that shit. It's aggravating. If they had like an auto renew, that would be awesome. But I don't know. All right. I'm a Roos, that's a good idea. Only Beans. I'm gonna start that website. Here we go. One point, whatever. Let's just go. We're not starting off strong. It's not how you start. It's how you finish. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I'll have to trademark Only Beans. Now, I'm thinking of it like we're all adults, right? How many of us have not gotten somebody with meat spin? But instead, I could do it as Only Beans and just have it. You know what I'm saying? That was that bad. Average. That's garbage. Y'all never told me if y'all can see the highlighted messages. Like Ari, your messages right there is highlighted and says VIP for me. Like on my side. I don't know if it shows the same way for y'all. I'm curious though. All right. Okay, so it's not highlighted for y'all. Yeah, because trust me, you'd know what it. You'd know it. Holy shit! This is only. I'll tell you. This is only the second time I have ever gotten this, and both of them have been on stream. Nick, I thought you were a believer. How? See, you should have stuck with your gut. Should have stuck with your gut. 1920s. I get Frosties here and there. I like to stay. I like to stay around 2 million stars because honestly, Frosty is a good way to get. It's a good way to get shit. So, and just like general, a good way to do like general upkeep of an account. Because like when people fuck around and they're like, give me an account for free. I don't think you understand that accounts of a certain size have upkeep. It's not food, it's money. So, we're doing okay. We're doing all right. 2120s, man. Oh my god. That's crap. Now I'm excited to see Kotogar's come out again. I'm curious where... Because that's the other thing. Another reason... I didn't used to get Frosties all that much. I would get them like to stock up for Guildfest. Because I just do Star Quest for Guildfest. So 2 million for a Guildfest is about what I average. Or like what I average in my head. And I usually come in under it. But, you know, you never know. Like, every once in a while, I'll just check it. And if it's, like, crazy high, I'll just pop off and try. And you never know. That's how I got 17 million when I won. So, you can't win the big jackpots if you don't try. So, and I get gems coming out of the, like, the drops. I enjoy it. So... I think I did okay. Better to save your stars for the Chinese New Year event? Oh, yeah, the Fortune Dragon. Yeah. Baby. So the goal was 1.72. I almost put the goal at 1.8, and we still killed it. Still killed it. So out of 2 rounds, just over 2 rounds, I got like 1.3. Believers, get your points. Get them points. Yeah, like see here, 12 million 14 minutes ago. I probably would have just, for shiggles, been hitting it. That's a good, anything over 10, it depends how I feel. I've told y'all, anything over 10, give it a shot. If you ain't feeling it, stop. Anything over 15, go for it. I don't care if you're feeling it. If it ever hits 20, go broke. I say go broke at 15. But if it gets to 20, fucking go broke. Go until you either run out of stars or somebody hits it. Period. Because they can say that the odds don't change. That's horseshit. As the gems get higher, you'll notice that bosses come out more. And the more bosses come out, the more likely you are to fucking win. But you also have to think the more likely it is that there's a bunch of other motherfuckers hitting it. So, yeah, there's that. I did start the Jade upgrade. I'm not going to speed it because I don't think it's worth speeding. Plus, once it's done, I'll just shit it all out. And I'll probably have to start buying some yellows, some gold orbs again. Because there's 3 heroes left. or 3 familiars left. And out of those familiars, you have Trojan, Cav, Tidal, and Reaper. Infantry, range. Mark my words, since there's 3 more that they can add right now, or skills to right now. The Jade was an army. It reduces damage on everybody. The Helldrider was the other one. Petrifies a larger squad. I guarantee that we get 3 more, since there's 3 left. Those 3 will be troop type specific. We'll see. We'll see. Mark my words, though. Mark my words. So, I haven't gotten into testing, but what I'll say is this is going to be a wonder, fam. If you're fighting against mixed troop comps and stuff like that for Barons or Chalice or Imps or something, you'll use this. If you're just fighting a castle or something like that, I don't think it's going to replace anything. But think of it instead of, I don't know. That's the only thing I can think of, is that it would be in a mixed comp type deal. But again, it's what do you get rid of? So that's why we got to do testing. All right. One more Jamble. Holy shit. Normally I'm with y'all for like an hour. I'm fucking... Whew. I ramble. All right, so we got 42. Where's my calculator? All right, we got 48. Normally we have the magic numbers 42, but that's when we have like 28. So we have 48 times 2 minus 24. Okay. This one, that's a good. Here we go. I'm going to open all of them at once. We got 48 of these chests. 48. I don't want to talk about how much it can be. At minimum, it can be 48. But I want to know, do I get 72 or more out of these 48 chests? Jamble's up. 72. It is the amount of chest times 2 minus half. $72 doesn't seem like it's that much more. It's close. It's within reaching distance. I mean, it could be like, we could get 500. We could get 1,000. Yeah, Ari, but they owed me so much. That I took a hard dicking last time. Like, Frosty last time was like 300 per. That was bad. So, they definitely owed me some catch back on Frosty. All right. Magic number 72. 72, 72, 72, 72. You can't be mad. You can't be mad though. Like, I would have liked to get more than 72, but if I had to get under 72, just saying. Well, thankfully, Nick, you get points by hanging out. And you like hanging out. And I like having you hang out. So you'll get more points. I wish there was a way for me to, like, click some shit and, like, dish out some points to everybody. I tried. There is no way for me to do that. If there is a way, I'm just dumb. I don't know. So, yeah, we're done with those. So, let's see how far we are now. So, y'all made up the mind. So, 115. All right, we're 35%. Honestly, it's not bad. I'll take it. I'll take it. So, and to give you an idea of that spreadsheet I was making, I gotta pull it up because I want an exact number. When I break it down into the row that it needs to be broken down into with the values that I've assigned, it is 9,325 rows. So yeah, it's a pain in the ass. But I have it broken down by their rarity, how you get them with events, stuff like that. But the problem I have right now is it's telling me to do Ancient Calendar Blessed plus 12 first. No shit. But I don't want to flip the value upside down, because if I flip the value upside down, it's got me fucking finishing blues. So, no. Stumpy. Because I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna move this over here. I'm just gonna show you where I'm at now, because I put a lot of work on this shit. So, if y'all remember, this was where I started, right? This is the sheet I showed y'all, and I mean, it's got some shit, right? It's got some shit. But then I added this. This is the normal golds, just the normal box gold artifacts. And we have the normal box purple artifacts, normal box blue artifacts. You see the shit I'm dealing with? Then we have the glorious royals, the regal chest royals, and this one just says royal chest, but you know there's 3 of them, so each one has a tab, and then I have to take the value, get the value for each, do it against my algorithm for what I like, the points that I assign it, and then do the other algorithm for how much it costs in relation to the others for brushes. So we have the cost for books in one algorithm, the cost for brushes in another algorithm, against the base value of stats, which ends up shitting into this long ass thing right here and gives it a score based on the results from the algorithm. And then from that, I can sort it to tell me what order to go in. And it tells me gold 12 blessed. Well, no shit, that's going to be good. But I want to be able to do like a compare sheet, maybe with a drop down for the user. That way you can tell it, I want to compare Ancient Calendar, or, you know, like filter it. So what I'm probably going to end up doing is having, like, redoing this row to where you can filter it for what you have and what you have left. You see what I'm saying? I don't know. I got to figure that part out, but that's why I had to take a break, because sometimes the best way to figure out a solution to a problem is to walk away. And that's what I had to do last night or yesterday. And it took, when I tell you it took me fucking everything not to go get out of bed and come back into this office and work on a goddamn spreadsheet, because I hate having like unfinished business. So, but yeah. Anyway, Let's see. Sand Sage. Slowly but surely. Shield Maiden. Yep. I still don't have the other one. So, the half 11K? I still don't understand what they were thinking with that, but whatever. I guess big spenders need something else big to spend on. I'm good without. Gotta collect. Alright. Well, I know this was just a bunch of me ranting. It's usually what this is anyway. I mean, how often do we actually... I always just have the game up. How often do I actually, like, play? I play for events. But we hang out, we talk. We work through some shit. We out fucking liars. And we call spades a spade. So, if you ain't here, I'm sure you'll see it, but Oleg, you're a piece of shit, and you admitted to cheating for the last 4 years. Thanks, buddy. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I want to thank y'all for coming and hanging out. We have DA on Friday, so we'll have that. We have Baron this weekend, so we'll have that. So be on the lookout. I will update the what's called the calendar as soon as I can. Y'all know how the calendar works for DA. It's a window. I can't tell you what slots we pick. But be on the lookout for that. Lastly, don't forget to send me a message in Lords. Don't forget to send me a message in line at the Lion Lords. Motherfucker, I already clicked yes. Right like that. Don't forget to send me a message. Put deals, and I'll add you to the group. That way we can share whenever diamonds go on special or cash events or any of that sort. And the more people we get, the better it is for all of us. So, beans of all sizes. Thank you, Nick. I want to wish you a good morning, a good evening, or a good afternoon. And until DA,